Hey, what's going on, guys? And welcome back. Let's get into our picks and we'll recap yesterday. So, perfect 6-0 sweep yesterday. I didn't make a video, but we did do on the winnable. We got Baines over at 20.5. Quickly's over for the Raptors at 16.5. Trey Murphy at 20.5. Ingram at 21.5. And then I had Mobley's over for rebounds. And fucking crazily enough, Mobley's over for points, which he covered on the last second shot. So like Donovan Mitchell hit this, took this three with like 3 seconds left, bounced up, Mobley put back dunk. That's how we covered. So hey, it doesn't matter. We still covered. That's what fucking matters. So hey, clean sweep yesterday. Happy. Made a decent amount. I actually had a parlay with all 6 of those together just because fuck it. So very content with yesterday. We still have yet to have an official losing day with the picks. So let's keep it going. But I'm going to be honest. Today, not the biggest fan of this slate, but let's get into it. So, Philly, Detroit. Detroit needs this win. Philly sucks. Injury ridden Philly. So, hear me out. A couple things. Interesting game. If I had to lean towards anyone for the 76ers, I'm obviously leaning towards VJ. I like VJ, especially earlier in the season when that line was like 12, 13, 14 and a half. Obviously, a 19.5 line's high, but truly he is the only guy, him and Oubre. Oh, and Oubre's not even playing. Shut up. That's hilarious. So, I don't know. Hard one. I don't really like Quentin Grimes' line. He should be able to score, though. I like Cam Payne's line at 13. Dropped, what do you have the other day? 30-something? Or something ridiculous? Yeah, 32. So, man, you know the 76ers really could use right now? It's Jared McCain. It's fucking crazy, isn't it? Wow. It's almost like they traded him away. But whatever. So VJ, I lean towards his over. Cam Payne, I lean towards his over. For some reason, I like Dominic Barlow. But I don't actually think he's going to cover. But hey, you never know. I don't know. I'm not the biggest fan of this game. What is my pick for the game, though? I'm going with the Duncan Robinson line, and here's exactly why. With no Thompson in the lineup, he's covered that line 6 out of 7 games. I like the look. Now, the one concern you could have, you could draw a line down the middle. These games were all in November. Totally different time. We're now in March, but we have a 2 out of 3 sample size for March as well. And in the one game he didn't cover, shot 1 for 7 from the field. So I don't think he's going to shoot poorly tonight. I like the matchup against Philly, a very injury-ridden, bare bones Philly. In a matchup like this, Cade's point line's a little high for me. I think it's going to be similar to the Nets game. Like, he can score, but they're going to blow him out, so I wouldn't be too apt to just go jump on Cade's line. I also wouldn't be mad if he took Duran's line. He covered well against the Nets the other day. Had me a little worried at first, but dude, he's so efficient. 9 for 10 from the field. Like, it's fucking crazy. 10 for 12 the night before. It's just crazy how efficient he is. So shout out to him. But yeah, no, tough matchup. Tough matchup. But I really like Duncan Robinson's line a lot, actually. All right. It's my Suns versus the trash-ass Pacers. So, I'm not taking anybody on the Pacers line. I hate the Pacers. I think they're trash. You know, if you listen, I only like Pascal's line. I think Pascal's a really good player. I still struggle to how one player losing Tyrese seriously tanks your team that hard. But hey, I guess it just goes to show you that Tyrese really does a lot. But what are we leaning towards in this game? I'm leaning towards Devin Booker's under tonight. Excuse me. I'm leaning towards his under tonight. So if we filter by pace, and D-Book plays top 15 teams in pace, it's a 25% hit rate. Devin Booker's one of those players that, like, yes, can he get out in transition and run and hit transition threes and all the things? Of course he can. But he's very much like a Kevin Durant, which is why I felt like they fit so well together last year. They just had a shit team. The whole Bradley Beal thing was a mess. But he's a very great half-court player, like half-court set player. So I think slower pace will almost always serve him a little bit better. Hey, I'm just curious. Maybe not. Well, the one thing that I do have to say, too, is this line is really high. So this line's really high at 27.5. And I just have a feeling he's going to cover under. Not even that he's been shooting bad, 10 for 21. I just don't like him to... I'll put it to you this way. If he can shoot 10 for 21 from the field last night, 4 threes, 75% from the line, and still not cover, I don't like his look to cover tonight. And to me, the Bucks and the Pacers, even though they're totally completely different teams, I think it's going to be a similar outcome to tonight's game. So I like lean to Jalen Green's over because he's a volume shooter. Holy shit, man. And Grayson Allen too. If Grayson Allen plays, dealing with a little bit of a right knee injury, I still like his look to play. If he plays, he's gonna run the second unit, which I like our looks there, but we shall see. We shall see. Interesting game though. I'm not the biggest fan of tonight's slate. I kind of feel like it's a bunch of trash games. Wizards and Magic. I lean towards Paolo's over, mainly because of the Bam game the other day. Now Magic coming off a back-to-back, so who knows? But I mean, if the Wizards can give up 83 points to Bam, I expect Paolo, who also shoots a lot of free throws, scores predominantly in the paint, to be able to get some free throws. But such a funky game because how are the Wizards going to bounce back from that? How are the refs going to bounce back from that? Are they going to be sensitive to calls in this game? Are they going to let them play? I think there's a lot of questions around this game. But here's my random likes. So I got Bilal the other day, covered extremely well. Took his 2.5 assist line against the Heat. Covered well, man. I was very happy with that. But what we're going to do is we're actually going to flip it. So I'm taking the under for Bilal today, mainly because Trae Young's back. So with Trae Young in the lineup, hasn't covered once. Not one time. And the small sample size. But without Trae Young, our chances go way through the roof. So like that line at 1.5, 2.5 is a steal in my opinion. So I think it's going to be under tonight, especially with Trae Young coming back. Plus, if they can get blown out, I think that'll make a major difference. They won't be playing all the starters. Sarr absolutely balled out the other day as well against the Heat. So shout out to him. I took him, Cole Valley's assists, and then his rebounds, and they covered for me really well. The only issue with taking these rebounds right now is Sarr still on a minutes restriction. I really like his points look, but I actually really like his points look. That's a crazy line right there. I'm probably going to take that 11.5. The only concern would be minutes, rotations. Are they going to play him as much? He should play 20 minutes, but we shall see. Oh, my goodness. What the hell did I do? Just clicking things out here. Let me bring us back. But, yeah, no, interesting game there. I love Desmond Bane. Desmond Bane covered for us great last night. He was one of the big reasons we did well. So shout out to D Bane. But I don't know if I like his look tonight. Back-to-back, big blowout potential. We'll see. The Bucks and the Heat. Also a game I don't really care. Man, I don't care about a lot of these games tonight, I guess. Bam obviously just dropped 83, so now what the fuck is he going to do? A lot of bounce back potential to do really well, to do really poor as well. So, I'm going to be honest, I'm probably not touching this game. Miles Turner took that. His line was like 8.5 the other day. The hell did it close at? I guess it closed at 10.5 on FanDuel. I don't know. I snatched it for 8.5 or 9.5. I felt like it was a great read. In 5 games straight, he hadn't scored. Shout out to him. So, great work, buddy. I'm happy for you. He needed that one. So, hopefully we do something similar against Miami. But, honestly, I'm not touching anybody over here. Nets and Hawks. I lean towards Jalen Johnson. I like Jalen Johnson's over. Finally being a little bit more aggressive. Predominantly, though, the issue is without Kuminga. So, if Kuminga plays, not necessarily sure how much I like our points, but I think he's going to be more aggressive tonight against the Nets. Nets are ass. Everybody can score against the Nets, and it looks like Michael Porter Jr. is not playing. So I lean towards Jalen Johnson. Also lean towards Nickeil Alexander-Walker. But with the trends, it's potential tonight, he has one of those kind of let me assist, let me sit back, hit a couple threes, and just swing the ball nights. All right, a couple left. Mavs and Grizzlies. Another game, man, I just don't care about whatsoever. Now, against trash teams, Cooper Flag always plays better. Now, since coming back post All-Star break, he's kind of struggled. 18, 16, 17, and 14. Like, hurt my fucking feelings out here. And the issue is 6 for 16, 7 for 17, 7 for 23, and 7 for 22. My man hasn't got over 7 made shots in a game in 4 games straight. So, probability, and based on the same trends that happened earlier in the year, because earlier in the year is very similar, eerily similar, 12 to 16, and everyone was like, oh my god, he sucks. And then we have the midseason before he gets hurt, and he starts covering his lines very well, and then he has a crazy explosion for like 42. Yeah, 42. So, is it possible he should cover this line? It is possible, and he really should cover this line tonight. It's been a couple games now. He should be in full rhythm. The Grizzlies are absolute dog shit. Should be a game that he covers. But literally outside of that, maybe a Marvin Bagley, the third line. Because same deal, it's been a couple games for him to cover. He kind of came back from his little, I forget what his little injury was now, but still on a minutes restriction, I think, but who knows? I don't know. This team, man. This team. Random little stat that I saw yesterday. The Nuggets, I think, ranked 24th, 26th, somewhere 24th to 26th in defense rating. And someone was talking and they were sitting there saying how, like, they're tanking teams that play better defense than the Nuggets. And ever since they said that, it just kind of lived in my head. Oh, the Nuggets. Jokic shit the bed yesterday playing again. I mean, they blew out the Rockets. That was so sad. First half, it looked so close, too, and then I checked the score, and I was like, what the fuck? So, whatever. 16 points. Love this matchup against the Spurs, though. I think Jokic is going to show up. Wemby better play tonight is all I got to say. Dude, that would be so hurtful if he doesn't play. But if Wemby plays, I'm leaning towards Wemby's over in a heartbeat, and I'm leaning towards Jokic's over in a heartbeat. I also really like against the Spurs. I mean, the hard part is you can put any filter on Jokic. It doesn't fucking matter, bro. It's Jokic. So, I really lean towards his over tonight. I don't think he's going to facilitate as much against the Spurs. I feel like he's going to score more. I feel like he's going to try and establish dominance in the paint and really try to get these boards. But, I don't know. Let's see. Tricky game. Tricky game for this one. I don't know why this slate just does not have me excited today. Like yesterday, a lot of people hated the slate of games. I actually loved yesterday's slate of games. And then, yeah, Rockets and Nuggets was a huge disappointment. And there were some small things. But, no, dude. I thought it was a phenomenal... Not phenomenal. Maybe because we just picked really well. And I picked the games and kind of had a lot of solid reads for them that I was happy. But, no, I'm not sure. But, yeah, it looks like outside of that, I'm really leaning towards Wemby. Everyone else's lines just moved up a little bit to where I don't like a lot of them. Celtics Thunder, this should be a great game. I do lean towards Shea's over. It's just 31.5. Such a high fucking line, man. It's just such a high line. But can they do it? Absolutely. What I actually really like today, though, is we're fucking rocking with Jaylen Brown's over for points and over for rebounds. Yeah, he got booted out of that Spurs game, which pissed me the fuck off. Because I took his overs. And, yeah, that sucked. But... he's been a phenomenal rebounder. And OKC sucks as a rebounding, believe it or not. They're literally 25th in rebounds allowed. 70% of the time, Jaylen Brown covers against teams that are poor rebounding teams. So, he already covers 85% of the time in the last 20 games. The entire season he's covered 60%. So, I really like his rebound line. I think he's going to get in there. The only concern would be kind of like in Jason Tatum's comeback game is he going to... goddamn. Sorry, my hand hurts. Is he going to take up some of those rebounds? Potentially. But we shall see. But I really like Jaylen Brown's rebound line, to be completely honest with you. I really like his rebound line. I'd probably take Ketsa's too, because it's probably 9.5, 8.5. I mean, I like to look, dude. Everyone rebounds against the Thunder. So. Also, a McCain line at 6.5 is fucking ridiculous. You better jump on that in a heartbeat. That's crazy. But whatever. Alright, and last game. Let's just get into it, breeze through it, call it a day, get you guys on out of here. And I guess I should give you at least a couple picks. I'm like, alright, these are the officials, but we'll see. So, Lakers and Bulls. I really like Josh Giddey's rebound line almost always, especially recently. It's a 7.5. He's been covering like crazy. Doesn't really matter pace. Even though, yes, in faster paced teams, he will cover more. I'm not too concerned with that here. I honestly wouldn't be mad at taking Giddey's assists either. The only issue is you're just assuming pretty much if you're going to take his points and assists or points and rebounds or rebounds and assists that he's going to have a triple-double almost, because he typically, not that he does, but he gets close. I know he had one the other night. But, oh wow, he had him in back-to-back nights, eh? Man, so hard, so hurtful. But I really do like Josh Giddey's rebound line. So I like Josh Giddey's rebound line. That's definitely one of my guaranteed picks today. I'm taking it. One of our 3. So we're going Josh Giddey over for rebounds. We're also going to take the Duncan Robinson over at 11.5. And then I'm honestly taking Jaylen Brown's rebounds too. Those are our 3 picks today. Yeah, because I'm just not liking anything else on here. I like Luke Kennard as a player. 10.5 is too high for me. I like them as 8.5 and 9.5. It's a lot more realistic for us. Like, what is this shit? We cluster right around 3 threes, so I don't like that. But Against the Bulls, ridiculously fast pace. I mean, Kennard covers in fast-paced matchups. It looks like a lot better than slow-paced ones. So maybe we'll get out and hit a couple transition threes. Yeah, man, actually, that's not a bad-looking line. No, let's go top 15. I don't know. Maybe. Potential read. I'm not taking it. I say that. I might toss it into a parlay later, depending on how I feel about it. But, yeah, man, interesting slate of games today. Interesting slate of games. So, what are our three big ones again? We're taking Duncan Robinson over his point line. We're taking Jaylen Brown over his rebound line. And we're also taking, oh my God, why did I already forget? Who the fuck else were we taking? Got Jaylen Brown's rebounds. It's a rebound line. Why? I was like, why is it escaping me? Wow. I'm really just having a moment right now, huh? Nets and Hawks, Bucks and Heat. I don't fucking remember. I know I just... yeah, I'm all over the place today. I know I just told you what the pick was, but hey, we got this. So, love you guys. Get on out of here. Go do your own research. If you're curious of checking out the VIP, go check out the VIP in the link below. We've been killing it. But after our 6-0 day yesterday, let's go get another sweep. 3-0 today. So, love you guys. Peace.